So in chemistry, we are dealing with everything. Everything that you are doing, everything, however it is, everything that so far it has mass. This marker has mass. Myself, I have mass. The cloth, everything, literally, that's what we're dealing with in chemistry. So how can you say that chemistry is abstract? How can you say that chemistry is hard? If it's everything you're doing every day, that is chemistry. The food you're cooking, you're doing chemistry. In that your kitchen, you're doing chemistry. While you are sleeping, inside your body, chemistry is going on. The clothes that I'm wearing came from chemistry. So you realize that literally everything is chemistry. So let's look at just a few things and we're done. It's just introduction, nothing much. So let's do a few things. What are chemicals? Because each time you hear chemistry, what comes to your mind? Chemicals, chemicals, chemicals. And chemicals are simply naturally occurring and artificial matter. Whether it occurs naturally or it's artificial, so far is matter, we call it chemical. And why do we call it chemical? Because it has a chemical formula. It has a chemical formula. No matter what that thing is, it consists of elements. Okay, I think I'm going ahead of myself. But I know in just 3 you must have heard of elements, you must have studied elements, you must have heard of nitrogen, hydrogen, helium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, all the elements, you must have heard of them. So, every single thing that is made up of those elements are what we call chemicals. So when you hear chemical, don't be scared. That thing that is harmful. No, when anybody tells you it's a chemical, tell them to clarify which chemical is it. Because you too consist of chemicals. Yeah. The things in your body, your skin, everything consists of chemicals. So if they don't clarify, that means they are generalizing, and that's not what it's supposed to be. So you show them that you know chemistry and that everything is chemical. Okay. All right. So why do we study chemistry? Why? Why do we have to spend our time studying this thing? The study of matter, its composition, its structure, its properties. Why do we study it? Very simple. If chemistry is the study of matter, and matter is anything that has mass and occupies space, then chemistry is literally the study of everything. And of course, man from time immemorial have always studied themselves. When you study yourself, you will realize that you'll be able to improve your life. So the study of chemistry helps us to what? To improve the quality of our lives. How does it do that? For instance, I'm wearing clothes. This cloth was made from a chemical reaction because, of course, this cloth did not come out like this material didn't come out like this. Maybe it was cotton or whatever it is that was used to produce this came out from chemical reaction, because you brought this material and that material and joined them together due to the fact that you understand the composition of each material. Remember, in chemistry we study what? The composition of matter. Are you seeing it now? So that knowledge that we got from studying the composition of matter is what has been applied to create something that will give me this clothes. In that way, improving the quality of my life. Because if I don't have a good clothes to wear, I'll be feeling cold, I'll be naked. But because of the study of chemistry, what happened? We are able to produce these clothes. We are able to bring out things that are different from the original naturally occurring things. Okay, so also we study chemistry because it helps us to understand matter. Remember we said again, and in chemistry that we study what matter. So when we study chemistry, it helps us to understand matter. And when we understand matter, it still applies to what? Improving our lives. So we study chemistry to understand matter. We study chemistry to improve the quality of our lives. Then also we study chemistry in order to utilize natural substances to create artificial ones. That's what I've been trying to say all this while. That's literally the cream de la cream of what we do in chemistry. Because when you must have studied this thing enough, you will know what and what occurs in it, so that you will be able to do what? To use it to produce something else. For instance, rubber is naturally occurring. When rubber naturally occurs, what happens? You harness the rubber, and then in chemical reactions, the rubber is converted to the plastics that you use. There are certain chemicals that are added to it in order to harden it, and after hardening, there are certain chemicals that are also added to it in order to make it to be a bit more luster, like very flexible. That's the word, flexible, so that even when you hit it on the ground, it bounces back. All these things are produced through chemistry. So you realize that chemistry utilizes natural materials to produce artificial materials. Now, in summary, we said that chemistry is the study of matter, its composition, its changes, that is, changes that matter undergo, its structure and its properties. Now, to make it simple, chemistry is a study of M, its CC and SP. Chemistry is the study of M, its CC and SP. Chemistry is the study of matter, its composition, changes, structure and properties. Simple. That's happening you used to get it. Chemistry is the study of M, its CC and SP. That's it. Now we have something with which to, oh sorry about that. Chemistry is the study of M, its CC and SP. Chemistry is the study of matter, its composition, changes, structure and properties. In that way you'll be able to remember it very easily. So chemistry is the study of M, its CC and SP. Chemistry is the study of matter, its composition, changes, structure and properties. Is that clear? Yes. Okay, and what is matter? Matter is anything that has weight and occupies space. Matter is anything that has weight and occupies space. So when you do, mass, we were taught weights back then, so the thing just keeps coming. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. So that's it for matter. And in summary, what are chemicals? Chemicals are all forms of both natural and artificial matter. Both forms of matter that are both natural and artificial forms of matter, they are all called what? Chemicals. We call them chemical substances because they have what? A chemical formula. Once it has a chemical formula, it's a chemical substance. Is that clear? So far it has a chemical formula, it's a chemical substance, whether it is harmful or not, because people have already made that stereotype of only harmful things being chemicals. Then the final one, why do we study chemistry? First, to understand matter. And then two, means of improving our lives. You use this knowledge of chemistry to improve our lives. You use the knowledge of chemistry to improve our lives. Then we utilize natural materials to produce artificial substances. We use natural substances or natural materials to produce artificial substances. You call them the raw materials. All right, that's when we come to the end of today's introduction to chemistry, and I know that you've learned something today. So if you have questions, do well to put it in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer all your questions. And like I said, subsequently we will follow your scheme. You don't need to be confused. We will follow your scheme for SS1, SS2, SS3 according to your own scheme. And I know that by the time we've gone 1 month into this, you will fall in love with chemistry. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.